are down and give up your last, and all your tears have filled up your cup. Keeping it real with Steve and Michael. Never give up, Steve and Michael. Always keep moving forward. Steve and Michael. The storms of life comes in many stages. Remember, the book of life has many pages. Keep looking for hope and faith when you're lost at sea. Keeping it real with Steve and Michael. Never give up with Steve and Michael. Always keep moving forward. Steve and Michael.
Always remember, you matter, you are important, and you make a difference. Keep smiling and dancing with DJ Brian. Rest in peace to our true hero, Johnny. Good evening, everybody. Welcome aboard. Keeping it real, Steve Michael, episode 240. Welcome, everybody. I have a great show tonight. It's going to be outstanding. All right, but let me tell you, this show is going to be, I have two great guests, well, three. I'll probably be on FaceTime. We're going to be from a domestic violence nonprofit called Our Justice. I'll be introducing them in a few minutes. Also, DJ Brian's in the studio. Bobby Lasaro, we're live at Paradise Studios. I need you to like it, share it, like it, share it, like it, share it right now. If you're out there right now and you feel hopeless, helpless, you feel like you need to talk to someone, this is the show for you tonight. I promise my job is to make sure you leave happy and full and move forward in life. All right, so we're going to be talking about, if you want to follow me, Saturday nights, 10:30, Optimum Cable, channel 115, Keep It Real Steve Michael show. We are sponsored by LifeVac, saved over 1,400 lives to date, eventually by Arthur Lee for choking, and over, I believe it's over 940 children have been saved with the invention. Unbelievable. Thank you, Arthur Lee, and thank you, LifeVac, for saving lives every day from choking. You'll see here from my sponsor on the break. All right, and with that, so now we're going to talk about everything. Tonight, we're going to have DJ. Next week, we do a new format. I want to introduce a new format about songs with the real meaning. But tonight, you're going to have 8 songs to dance to, volume 2. I gave you volume 1. This might not be as good as the other one. Then you're going to have Freestyle Interactive, Virtual Vacation, Flashback Frenzy. We're going to have all this and 3 guests. Going to be a great night. Get ready. And I expect you to be standing up, dancing, singing, hallelujah. Spread the word when you're going to go forward in life. You matter, you're important, you make a difference, never give up. All right, I'm going to give you the phone numbers real quick. Let me give it to you right now. If you're an active member, NYPD, or retired, you feel hopeless, uniform, hopeless, helpless, you need to talk to someone, plenty of outlets. First of all, it's PAPA, run by active members like myself or retirees. It's independent from the police department. It's confidential. You call the number 188-267-7267. We call you back. We'll get you help. Also, Employee Assistance Unit for the NYPD, civilian and uniform members of the service, 646-610-6730. And then we have the Chaplains Unit, 212-473-2363. But this show's for everybody. You feel hopeless, you need to talk to someone, you need a vent. Suicide National Hotline, 1-800-273-8255, or just text 988 or call 988. They made it a little easier. And for my firefighters out there, and EMS personnel, you need help? We got plenty of outlets. 1-888-731-3473. And as for Suicide National Hotline, over 22 veterans a day commit suicide. That number is staggering. Please call that. There's a special line for you. We'll get you help, please. You're not in this alone. All right, we got that. I'm going to give you my motivational quotes, and then I'm going to bring them up here, and then I'll do my Wisdom Wednesday, and then we're going to get into everything. All right? First of all, to succeed in life, you need 3 things. You hear that? 3 things. That's all you need. The 3 bones of life. You say bones, you know, I do everything. The P's, the D's, the F's of life. 3 bones. You need a wishbone, a backbone, and a funny bone. And you get through life, all right? The wishbone is we always got to have hope. We keep moving forward. The backbone is to stand up for yourself. And the funny bone, life is, you can't be serious all the time. Life is a journey. It's for fun, too. And I'm going to save this one for them to read out this one. All right, motivational quotes. You see this guy back here? Keeping Real Steve Michael on Facebook? Find me. Over 16,200 followers, and we're going to 17,000. See this guy? Keeping It Real Steve Michael. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on YouTube. Keeping It Real Steve Michael. Subscribe. All right. When I look back on my life, I see pain, mistakes, and heartache. When I look in the mirror, I see strength, learn lessons, and pride in myself. I'm thinking I should bring you up here to do these motivational quotes with me. You know what? Come on in. Come on in. All right, ladies. One's going to go here, one's going to go here. I got to pass you the mic. So who wants? One could go around this way. You could tiptoe through this the tulips here. You come over here like this. I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna see if she get in here without killing herself. You know how it is. Every time I guess it's traffic. Traffic's the word of the day. All right, come on in. So we have with me from Our Justice, a nonprofit that combats against the issue of domestic violence, founded by two domestic violence survivors, Dorothy Stepnowska and Bella Matias.
Yes.
And Bella.
Hi.
And this is Lucy.
Yes.
All right, and we're going to be talking domestic violence day. You know, I say October's Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It's November 1st, but like my show, every month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and every month is suicide prevention, mental health. So with this, I'm going to just do motivational quotes. I'm going to read one. I'm going to pass it to you. You read it. So we do it real quick. Ready? All right, I did one. I'll do two. You're going to do three. God is bigger than your anxieties and fears. Pray, trust, and keep moving. God's got you. Now, if I have typos, just go with it.
Okay.
Number 3.
Sorry. Knowing this, you can start over each morning.
Wow, boy, you all right? Number 4. You can see.
Sure.
I didn't mic up, so speak in the mic.
You are bigger than what is making you anxious.
You know what? I'm going to do this. Yeah, this guy didn't, we got late. All right, number 5. Hope is being able to see there is light despite all of the darkness. 6.
Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory.
How you like that one?
I love that one.
You like that one, huh? Tattoo that one, even though I don't believe in that. A puppet sticker. Number 7.
Never be ashamed of a scar. It is simply means you were stronger than whatever tried to hurt
That's
you.
a good one, right? Well, especially with the topic we're going to talk about today. All right, so I'm going to put this here for now, and then when you first one talk, I'll pass over. All right, and then Lex, oh yeah, this one. How to beat stress, stress less. Dance it out. Number 2.
Go for a walk.
Number 3.
Talk about it.
Breathe.
Go to bed earlier.
Focus on what you can control.
Very good. Reminisce about good times. What am I doing? I got already mic'd up.
Ask for a hug.
Smile.
There you go. All right, so we got that part. So now I'm going to figure out who. I'll probably go to you first because you're you invented Our Justice, right? So I'll pass it back to both of you, but I'm going to go to you first, all right? So yeah, speaking, we can talk, all right? So first of all, how did you and Dorothy is a friend of mine on Facebook. She followed me. I couldn't make the big event, your annual. So Dorothy Rose is on Facebook.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, you can take that. You don't need that thing.
So Dorothy and I met about 2 years ago at a community event for Mother's Day. And we were talking about an incident that happened in the neighborhood where a woman was shot and killed by her ex-boyfriend. Obviously a domestic violence situation. And we were talking about how horrible it was. And we both shared that we were both survivors of domestic violence. And from that point, we were like, we got to do something about this. And we have to get further involved. So we became really close friends, actually, Dorothy and I, through our mission and through our passion.
Back up, look good.
But we started our organization called Our Justice to try and help bring justice to people who are victims and survivors of domestic violence. Last year, we did our first ever annual Domestic Violence Survivors Conference, where we gave survivors the opportunity to speak publicly and give their testimony about what they went through, the abuse they suffered, how that made them feel, the trauma that they experienced, and things of that nature. It's a really great event. It's very healing because some of these people are talking for the first time about this.
Do you have like meetings? Do you have like focus group? Not focus, of like self-help groups where you talk to each other, where everybody knows what they've been through and they feel all right to talk amongst, a group?
So our advocacy is more like on a situation basis. Sometimes we will be going with someone to a precinct to file a police report because they're nervous to do it by themselves. Sometimes we'll be walking them through the steps of like how they can go about going to family court to get an order of protection. And we, of course, like I said, we do our annual Survivors Conference, and basically people give their testimony publicly, which is really hard to do.
Very good.
To share something that intimate, and for a lot of people embarrassing.
difficult to talk about, emotional. Most of the people, myself included, when I tell my story, I cry. So it's really healing for the people who are talking about it, but also healing for the people who are listening. And our main purpose of that is to, yes, bring healing, but also to bring awareness to everybody about the seriousness of domestic violence, what's going on, what's happening to people.
All right. So now, Lucy,
Yes.
how did you get involved with Our Justice?
I actually went to their first annual conference. That's how I got familiar with both Bella and Dorothy. I'm actually the chair of a nonprofit in Puerto Rico for domestic violence survivors. It is the first holistic wellness center of its kind in Puerto Rico, where we focus on different forms of holistic wellness, such as yoga, tea ceremonies, meditation, sound baths. We also provide educational services, because many of the reasons why women stay in these situations is a lack of financial autonomy. So we're trying to teach them skills that they can then hopefully use to get themselves out of these situations.
Sometimes they feel stuck.
Exactly. And we also have programs for young women and young children to teach them empowerment very young, so we can really change the patterns on a generational level. And we also hold men's circles, because if we're really trying to create systemic change, then we have to understand that there's generational trauma on the men's side as well.
So I got to say one. Now I know I go back to you. There is domestic violence among men. Men are victims too.
That's right. One in 3 women experience forms of abuse, and also 1 in 4 men actually do as well. And this is like on a national level. So, domestic violence hotlines receive about 20,000 calls a day on average.
One question, when it comes to, like, I'm going to do my Wisdom Wednesday now. I'm going to talk about something. But when it comes to domestic violence can not only be physical, it's mental.
It's mental, it's emotional, and something I really advocate for, because it was something I experienced numerous times, is verbal abuse. And this can have the same emotional, psychological, and physical effects as many other forms of abuse, such as like heart issues, miscarriage, which I experienced myself during an abusive relationship. It's all stress related, absolutely. So, and it rises the rates in depression and suicide as well.
So now I'll say, not only am I affected by suicide and mental abuse, mental depression. I went through a tough time, but I lost friends, co-workers, family members to suicide. I also been affected, not myself, but family-wise, domestic violence.
Right.
And friends. So I know single-handedly how it could rip up and affect the whole family.
Definitely. And just to say that, one thing we always say is that everyone knows someone, right? So if you haven't been affected by it directly yourself, you know someone who's been affected by domestic violence. So in the domestic violence community, we always say that everyone knows someone, whether it was your sister or your mother or a close friend, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, you know someone who's experienced it.
I just read, it was in a paper today, it was a football, like he was the vice president of Arizona Cardinals, and he called the police on his wife because he got flooring put in. She didn't like it, and she has a temper. She beat him up real bad. It was in a post today. Wow. So I bring it up because it could affect everybody. And here's my question. Like you said, you want to stop the repeat and the family. Do you know any percentages of maybe childhood trauma that could lead to not being domestic, but could lead to like mental when it comes to like insecurity or not having a loved one, not a possessive. Sometimes it
depends on what's actually reported, right? There's so much that isn't even reported. What we do know is that since the pandemic alone, right, the increase in domestic violence has gone up by 83%, right? So, generationally, the relational dynamics have changed, right, depending on who is staying home versus working. Now we have more women in the workplace, right? So there's a lot of things that have sort of changed, but these are behaviors, and a lot of the times in familial dynamics, it isn't reported because of our sense of loyalty to to family. So it's sort of like an unspoken truth. But when you actually start speaking to people who are being brave enough, like through Our Justice or through Women in Need PR, you then begin to hear the stories, right? Or I saw my mother or father go through this. Right. And then when you go back far enough, like for one example, for me, one of the people that was abusive towards me, I then found out that his father spoke the same way to his mother.
Yeah, so he was grown up into that.
Right, right. So this is something that is often seen at home before they start to embody that behavior, right? This is how they learn how to relate to others.
All right, so I'm going to give it back to about 1 minute. We're going to do Wisdom Wednesday real quick. All right. DJ Brian, hit it. 'Cause I'm going to talk about it. You know Neil Diamond? You don't know what you're in store for. You know I picked a probably bad year flashback. Stop. All right, what does God want me to tell you today, Wednesday? You know, I talk about the inner tattoos, but I'm going to do a flip side since we're talking domestic violence. Scars, they tell a story. They can be physical for the world to see, almost like the inner tattoo I talk about, or emotional for you to know they exist. Emotional are usually invisible to the human eye, painful stories of grief and heartache and loss. So let me give you an example. For me, when I went through scars in my life, I got a scar above my eye. I was physical. 4 years old, playing with my sister in the basement. I don't know what the heck. I thought it was Superman. I put a towel on my neck. I jumped off the couch head first, gushed it. She put a towel on my head. I go upstairs. 10 minutes later, my grandfather was at a heart attack. I bled. That is physical. That scar will remind me. But the emotional ones always leads to heartbreak, a loss of a loved one. It can lead to grief or this PTSD that we have through a relationship or through something we had in our life, a childhood usually. So what does God want me to tell you about the scars? Now, you think the scars, for some people, they wear a scar. They think, oh, everybody looks in the room, they see a scar. Or I know the scar exists inside me, so no one can love me. I'm not beautiful enough because I'm ugly, not ugly, but damaged on the inside from scars. But God wants to tell you this. Scars is a way for you to know that you're healing. When you get physical scars, it was big as a child. As you get older, it got smaller. It's still there, but you forget about it. You're healed. Same thing with emotional scars. In time, it could be as big as my arm, but in the end, it gets smaller. But like I always say, every once in a while, you go to the bathroom, you end up talking to the person in the mirror. Sometimes you have a drink, sometimes when you're down depressed, the time of year, and that's when you see emotional scars and you see your heartache. So what God want me to tell you? He wants to say he loves everybody. He wants to tell you he's proud of everybody for all 100% of the days you survived already. He's proud of you. He wants to let you know a scar is nothing to be ashamed of. All right? In the end, a scar is a way of telling our story, how life tried to break us. Yet we bent like the bamboo tree and we came back. We healed. So remember, when you have a scar out there, don't hide it. It's a sign of healing. You got inner scars out there. Understand that you're loved. You got to love yourself. What do you think about that?
I love it.
You like it?
Yes, there's something I always say, and it's kind of my motto, where I say, you know, your mess can become your magic, right? And that's just the situations we've been through in life. Let's say the situation, I can speak for myself, right? The situation I went through, and Bella too, and Dorothy, right? The work that we're doing, right? These are things that could have destroyed us mentally, emotionally, and depending on how violent the situation is, even physically, right? It could have been deadly for some of us. But instead of allowing that to stop us, what we've done now is in each of our own ways created a way for other women to find support, right? It's now become the medicine that we can offer others.
All right. Now, don't get offended because we're talking a heavy situation, but I make sure my podcast is different from anybody else's. You leave here happy. All right? So now, Stephen Michaels, top 8 songs to dance, volume 2. Now, volume 1 was really good. Very good. I mean, I can't beat volume 1. Volume 2. Number 8 song to dance to somewhere in your house. So this is the part where you're in your kitchen, get ready to dance, or if you're cooking, or you're on the couch, or you're watching, get up and dance. Now, some of these songs you might not know. I know, but get ready. Number 8 song, volume 2, to dance to. Are we ready, DJ Brian? Run DMC, it's like that. And that's the way it is.
Because I don't know why, but it's like that.
This is when the wheels go off.
The way it is.
All right, number 7. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not one of my favorites. But Stephen Michael, DJ Brian, we play his songs for everybody else. I don't know, somewhere in my life, I didn't like this song. Women love this song. They all dance like dance for. For some reason, I didn't like this song. I like Lizette Melendez. I like Judy Torres. I like TK. They used to play this in between. Number 7 song of all time. Groove is in the Heart by D-Light. I ain't a big fan of this song. Nah. I know, it's a woman's song. DJ Brian likes it, though. I'm like, yeah, I got to play for the audience here. I got to play for the audience. All right, get up and dance. Number 6. Man, I love this song. I love this song. My sister used to play all the music as a young child. But Michael Jackson, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. So now, anybody watch my show, we have live events with Barney Cop. I have a singer, Makia Brown. She sings Michael Jackson. Moonwalk to this. It's like more I thought the hustle, man. Back in the old days. Ooh. All right. Number 5 is another 70s song. I'm great. I'm dating myself. But everybody knows Thelma Houston. Don't leave me this way. You know the song? All right. Yeah, that's why it's something I remember. My parents used to hustle a lot.
Can't stay alive without your love.
All right. Now I got to wait to him. This song, I know. Back when I was a break dancer, young little kid, I danced to this. Now she's back making a comeback. Number 4, one song. Just give me a thumbs up when you're ready. This song, I remember, I'm going to tell you this, how crazy. We used to go roller skating to this song, and it would be like a time when they tell you a lot of, the last 10 minutes, you could take your skates off and dance on the floor. We used to dance. But I used to break dance on linoleum to this. All right, number 4, Let the Music Play, Shannon. Allie Bird, how are you? Joseph, how are you? Ina, how are you? Jane, how are you? Ann, how are you? Mickey, how are you? Andy Fox, how are you? Roberta, how are you? Bunny Cook, how are you? Lori, Maritza, how are you? Everybody on the list, go on. Like it. I want hearts. Love it. Let's go. Number 3 song. Oh, this is my favorite. I'm going to tell you, top 5 songs to get down to dance to. This is my all-time. I didn't even know the words. I can sing the whole verse. Number 3 song. It Takes Two, Rob Bass. And Easy Rock. Who don't? I mean, you go any kind of party. This song played, everybody gets on dance. Like, you gonna dance this song? You gonna dance this song? He's already dancing. All right. Now, I like this song. Now, I tell you, no one could name who sang it. But another one, when we used to go to clubs, this song would come out and everybody go up. And I remember the line, if I had the line and you, okay. If I had the time and you had, Strike It Up by Black Box. You got the body, so why don't you use it? That's the line. You can probably play the right line. That's what I said. I went a little old. We're back a little. That's the last time we had some presents. And number 1 song. Man, I used to go to Jamaica, Queens, my friends, to buy our T-shirts. We used to be a breakdance crew. These girls were from we Run DMC territory in Queens. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. All right. These 2 girls, there's 3 of them. There's Spinderella, Salt, and there's Pepper. It's 3 of them. Like Run DMC was 3. That's right. All right? Are we ready? One of my all-time favorite. I remember this. It's a song. Dance to Push It. All right, we're going to go a 30-second commercial for my sponsor, LifeVac Arthur Lee, saving lives every day. Please, they're saving lives. They saved over, I got to get this right, over 900 children were saved with this invention from choking. Arthur, take it away.
Hi, I'm Arthur Lee, founder, CEO, and inventor of LifeVac, a simple rescue device that could save a child's life in a choking emergency. All these people were saved with LifeVac. People may not realize that on average, 14 people a day die from choking-related incidents. Every 5 days, one of those is a child. is simple as place, push, pull.
To learn more, please visit lifeact.net.
Hi everybody, I'm Stephen Michael. Come follow me every Saturday night at 10:30 p.m. Channel 115 on the Keeping It Real with Stephen Michael show. Come hang out with me and DJ Brian as we play your favorite music. We have your motivational messages, and I promise you, you'll leave a happier person. The show's all about faith, mental health awareness, and motivational messages. I'll see you every Saturday night, 10:30 p.m. Channel 115, where the insanity begins.
And all your problems make you wanna scream and shout. Keeping it real with Stephen Michael. Never give up, Stephen Michael.
We're back. I'm back with Bella and Lucy. Let me ask you, Bella, for our justice, how could people, how could they get in touch with you? That's the big thing, I would think. Is there something on the computer or a phone number?
Yeah, they can reach out to me or Dorothy. They can reach out to Dorothy on Dorothy Roses on Facebook. They could also reach out to us via email. So I can give my email address, or leave it for you, and you can put it on comments there. But that's the best way to reach out to us is online. So I can leave my email, or they can reach out to Dorothy on Facebook.
All right, and I would say the next question is, on your first annual that you had, did a lot of people bring their children, or it was only the survivors? They did testimony. Did anybody bring like their family to sit in the back to hear what they went through, what other people went through, or it was only the victims or survivors?
So this year was our second annual. On our first annual, I brought my daughter. She was the only child present there. I think most people have a hard time speaking about those things in front of kids, and it's something that we do have to speak about more in front of our kids, though, because I know we want to shield them from it, from knowing about it, but them knowing about it could be something really helpful for them not getting into those same situations. We spoke earlier about how many kids are affected by this, and the thing is, the reason we really won't know how many kids are affected by this is because kids don't know how to bring up these conversations and talk about these things. So when a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 7-year-old is witnessing these things, they really don't have a voice yet to advocate for themselves and say, hey, this traumatized me, right? So we end up seeing that later on in life, they're dealing with trauma. And at like 30 years old, now they're unpacking this and saying, man, that really affected me when I was a kid. Yeah, and at our second annual conference this year, we actually had a woman who spoke about she was not a victim. Her mother was a victim, and she witnessed it, and she talked about how it affected her as a child and how much trauma she had from that. So it's very interesting, actually.
So let me ask an example like that as a child who saw someone else experience it. Do you think trust and security becomes a major thing in all the our childhood trauma? Sometimes if we don't hear ourselves or don't open up to it, like now she opened up to it, that she could, it has a problem of falling over in your relationships, because in the end you're really battling yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we hate ourselves for not doing anything. And I told everybody, you gotta love yourself, because depression, we're our own worst. Black belt in karate, black belt at beating ourselves up.
Right. So it's crazy because you hit the nail exactly on the head. So everything you just said about hating yourself and about having issues in your relationships is exactly what she spoke about. So she told us she grew up being the kid that looks just like her father. Her father was the abuser, and how she didn't love herself, didn't love her appearance, because everyone growing up told her she looked just like her father, and she, in her mind as a kid, took that to mean I'm just like him.
But another, if I could switch another one,
Yeah.
if she looks like the abuser, sometimes the victim, the mother, will push her away too sometimes.
That's true. I mean, she didn't express experiencing that, but that does happen.
Not
Absolutely.
only in that situation, sometimes
Right.
okay, if you had, not even domestic, if you had a bad relationship and the child looks like the mother or the father,
Right.
and the other one didn't get over it, they sometimes they have a favorite child when it shouldn't be. You love everybody equally.
Absolutely. And so these things do definitely spill over to our children. So she had a hard time loving herself for many years. And then additionally, she talked about how when she had relationships as an adult, she started to see patterns that she watched her mother experience in terms of the verbal abuse and the psychological abuse, until she was able to heal and get out of that. So we have to realize how it affects our kids, definitely.
So before I go into Flash, my friend, I'm gonna ask you one thing. When I do my show and what I've been through and help, I do motivation speaking, I do mental health awareness for the police department also, and it's therapeutic for me. By going out and talking and developing a nonprofit, is this a way to deal with therapeutic for yourself too, when helping others?
Yeah, 100%. I think, you know, being able to hold space for people who are, you know, transitioning through similar things from a place of authenticity, right? Because one, it gives a lot of the things that I've gone through purpose. I now understand why it's happened in my life, let alone the things that I needed to heal within myself, but also divine purpose, right? I do feel like this is the gift. And what's happened to me is now I can hold space for others in a way where I know what their journey is through.
So I got to,
Right.
I have to jump in with that one too. But I know what you're saying, because my pain and what I went through, I feel like sometimes we were lost in sea, anxiety, broken, abandoned, left, and then we went to the lighthouse, and now we've become the lighthouse because we survived something that was meant not to, and we end up being an advocate to help other people never give up. So we're gonna go flashback, friends. Are you ready to spin the wheel, DJ Brian? This is when it goes off a little weird, so get ready. But I think we picked a bad year. We picked a bad year. Yeah, the music. We're going to 2002 in my DeLorean, like Back to the Future with DJ Brian, Viola Sarah, Johnny, who's not here, and we're gonna go Back to the Future with Bella and Lucy. And I think Dorothy somewhere. She has an open invitation next time she's back from work. All right, in 2002, shows that started, TV shows started in 2002. The Wire from 2002 to 2008. Monk, 2002 to 2009. Shield, 2002 to 2008. So I watched all three of those. CSI Miami, 2002 to 2012. Firefly, only 1 year. I don't even remember that one. I think the guy was on from soap opera, one of these guys. Top movies that year: Born Identity, The Count of Monte Cristo, Signs. That's the one with the signs in the. Yeah, you don't even see the aliens really. Yeah, Signs. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Lord of the Rings, the 2000s. I do love Lord of the Rings.
Love Lord of the Rings.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding, and I don't know if it's on the second one or third one just came out. And Ice Age, I love the Ice Age, the original. Top songs that year. That's why I know, like, I was around 2002. I like my 80s. I knew these songs were the top. It's Getting Hot in Here, Nelly was the top song. Yeah. Fat Joe, what? Love, what's love? You know, got to do, you know that song?
What's love?
Yeah. Got to, you sing, you got it better than me.
Do with it.
In the End, Linkin Park, a rock song. I know this song. Why you gotta be so complicated? Avril Lavigne. I don't know. That was a hit, I think. And how you remind me of Nickelback. That was a big one. Top music artist. Ashanti was all over the place that year. Nickelback, Nelly, Usher, Creed. Gas prices go back. I'll still be rich. $1.36. President of the United States at the time, George W. Bush. Here's the trivia. I always write one of these. I always give you one to use, all right? And I know it. I memorize. Top song of that year was of all, Lose Yourself by Eminem. The top funny late night host was Jay Leno. Top typing backwards. Top baby names: Emily, Madison, Hannah, and Jacob, Michael, and Matthew for boys. The most popular phrase started as an ad. What happens here stays here in Las Vegas. Now, if you want to stop someone, that's the one you want to do at Christmas, Thanksgiving. You tell someone, whatever happens here stays, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Remember? That's where it started in 2002, the ad, and they switched it around. All right? All right, and the biggest habit on a survey in America was, what was the biggest thing at that time? Everybody watching on TV. The biggest habit, they said, they went back and looked. American Idol started. Everybody, I watched American Idol too. Kelly Clarkson won that year.
Oh, I love her.
Moment in time. DJ Brian, I'm not going to put no pressure. I know it's hard. You're going to rebound. I know you're going to rebound when you do virtual vacation. Hit it. So we do like a music man. This is tough for you. Last week we did 80s. Last week, get ready. I'm going to do like me. Pop your head. Dante was big that year.
Now everybody from the 313, put your hands up and follow me. Everybody from the 313,
Yeah.
put your hands up. Look.
All right, so that was a tough year. Here's this one I know. Everybody out there, I want you to answer the questions. At the time to time, we get crazy. Freestyle interactive. I might ask some questions. You have to really talk about it, but we're gonna keep it. I got 20 minutes left. So by the way, my opening song, "Keeping It Real," Steve Michael, wrote it by me, sung by Makia Brown, the NYPD detective. My closing song, I write my own music, and I'm motivated what we've been through. And I have very talented people, police officers that sing for me, and also non-police officers when we do our live shows. So, freestyle interactive. Ready, DJ Brian? He's got to get the turntable out. Anthony Campanelli, how are you? Are we ready? Hit it. Freestyle interactive. You know what you got into. Came into a fun house here. This is what it is. All right. What's the best piece of advice you ever received? Question number one. I'm going to say, well, I didn't listen to my mother's, but I shouldn't say that. My mother said, whatever you do, enjoy the first year of marriage, don't get pregnant. And 3 months into my marriage, we were pregnant. But that's not the best piece. I guess the best piece of advice is God only can give you what you can handle. And that's the truth. Because sometimes I felt like Zeus holding the world up. And that was the truth. I survived. It makes us stronger. What's the best piece of advice you were given?
Best piece of advice for me, stay focused. Because we want to do a lot, help people, but at the end of the day, we have to stay focused every day if we really want to make an impact.
True. What's the best piece of advice you got?
My dad always said, expect the unexpected.
Very good. DJ Brown, what's your best advice? Sometimes you just got to listen. Question two. What is your strategy to survive a horror movie? You're in a horror movie. How are you going to survive? Well, I'm going to tell you how I'm going to survive. I'm not going to be the one to go in the basement alone in the dark. I tell you right now, I'm not going to be that one. You see that commercial, Geico? Like, let's hide in the guy's shed, and he's in there. Rule number one to survive a horror movie, stay in a team. Pass. That's new rule. Rule number two, survivor, don't be afraid. Expect the unexpected, but, don't volunteer yourself to go, into the room by yourself. So that's my biggest thing. Don't go into dark places and always keep in pairs, and I think I survived. Because something comes out, I'm hoping the person I'm with is a loyal person. They ain't gonna leave me there like a zombie movie. Let me get in and they run that way. So I'm gonna say in pairs. That's how I survive. How you gonna survive a zombie?
Find a weapon.
Okay, that's true. Garlic and steak for vampire.
Please don't run up the stairs. It never works. Don't run up the stairs. Leave.
Don't go down in the basement.
Run
Nothing
in
good down in the
zigzags.
basement.
You
I'll
gotta
tell
run
you
in zigzags, man. Keep them guessing.
Yeah, nothing good in the basement. What about you, DJ, bro? What are you gonna do to survive?
I'll never say I'll be right back, because whenever they say they'll be right back, they never come back.
Okay, someone said they don't watch a horror movie. I'm just saying in general. You were stuck in a zombie movie. Or you're stuck in, how you gonna survive? Hide, probably. Probably a good answer. Question number three. What is your favorite food? You have one food to eat 3 times a day for one day. What is your favorite food? What are you going to So I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't kill him. I'm the biggest hypocrite. I love chicken, but I'm not going to kill the chicken. Okay. I'm not going to unpeel it. I'm a hypocrite. I probably should live by that. Flowers and all that. They live too. But so I would think, I do love breakfast. So I would say my favorite food is chicken parmesan. No matter what kind of Italian restaurant, I go to chicken parmesan. But I'll tell you, probably an omelet for breakfast, right? I guess chicken parmesan. That's my friend. I can't even say it all day. Chicken parmesan.
Any Latino food is good for me.
Oh, my wife's a very good cook with Latino food.
I'm actually vegan, so I'm not going to join you on the chicken parmesan.
I can't kill it. I'll be honest. I had a chicken in the back one time.
I love Asian food. Anything Asian, but it's got to be vegan.
Okay, tofu. What do you got? So let me tell you, I had a chicken. My daughter had this little chicken in class, and she wanted it. It was like whatever it was. Took it home. It grew to a rooster and pecked me in the face. Let me tell you something. I like chicken. I couldn't kill it. It died with the cold at one time. But let me tell you something. Not clean. They're not clean. They're not clean. They're like all over the place. All right. What is your favorite holiday tradition to do? Pick any holiday. So I think my favorite holiday tradition to do would be, I would say, Thanksgiving usually is always at my house. So we cook and get ready for everybody, watch the Cowboy game. But I think my favorite holiday tradition is New Year, Christmas Eve. Everybody comes over, we eat, we play music, we play some kind of board game or dominoes or something. But that's my favorite. My favorite tradition is being with my family on Christmas Eve. My mother was a big Christmas Eve. She passed away, but that was ingrained in me. So what's your favorite tradition on the holidays?
Definitely Christmas, decorating the Christmas tree with my daughter.
For me, it's Halloween. And it was just Halloween. I just love everybody being able to get dressed up. Doesn't matter where you come from, what you believe
So what were you
in.
for Halloween this year?
I was Light Bright. You remember that game?
Oh, like you Light Bright.
Yeah,
You're the kid.
I was Light Bright. So
I
I have a
remember.
thing for dressing up. I've been Charlie Chaplin. I've been Betty Boop. I've been.
You weren't
I've
in the
been
city
things.
yesterday for the parade, were you?
I absolutely was.
I was working yesterday in the parade. You were there? Okay, there was a lot of people there. All right, cool. I was there. Number 5. What is something you would like to learn? You haven't learned yet. I mean, so far, very easily, I like to learn a lot of things. I like to learn how to sheetrock. I like that stuff. But honestly, I think maybe sewing, probably, maybe. But I'd like to learn also, I definitely say something with my hands. So I would say sheetrocking and putting a plaster or being able to, like, build my own, like, tiki bar. Or something like that. The nice one. I'd probably do it now. It'd be, like, uneven and all that. So something like that. I want to be very handy with wood.
I would like to learn Russian
Italian for me. That's what I prefer.
and maybe like computer coding.
Play piano, Bunny Cook said. Fly a plane, Anthony says. Thanksgiving and the pilot plane.
I'd like to learn sign language.
Very good. I was just watching, what was it? Oh, 90 Day Fiance. Ever watch that show?
Oh, my mom used to love
It was, he was, one of the characters on it was deaf. And he was silent. He went to, I think, Thailand to meet the girl. He was going to marry her. And she wasn't very great. She was supposed to practice a little more. But sometimes I thought it's but they go with like, almost like, it's very hard, but it's also like, almost like charades. You could do something like that. That's what they mean. Some stuff.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I think, all right, if you could live a day as any one animal for one day, which one would you choose? All right, that's easy for me. But I don't know. I know what I want to be, but I'm afraid, I'm afraid of sharks. So I got to stay out of the water. But I'd probably be like a dolphin, They're like man's best friend, But I would think I'd come back as a dog that lives at home, that's loved. I ain't outside, and I'm staying in the house all day. Well, one of my squirrels, but they got the birds go after them. I got squirrels in the backyard I feed.
Probably like an eagle, something that can fly.
Yeah, no one goes after the eagle. They go after everything.
It'd be cool to fly.
That's a good one. I think flying to me. I said dolphin, but I thought about the jaws. I'm afraid of sharks, man.
I'd want to come back as my cat because she has got it good, man. Imagine just being able to take naps all day, right? It sounds so wonderful.
That sounds good. What are you doing, DJ Brian? What animal? Bird. I think eagle is probably, that probably is the good one because you fly high above everything and you can fly probably fast to other states. I think that's if I look at it, I don't want to be a dolphin. I'm afraid of sharks. What is a good movie or a TV series you just watched? I'm going to give you one right now. I'm a big Midnight Mass on Netflix. Loved it. 8 episodes. It was the last year, big one. You got to watch Midnight Mass.
Okay.
It's on an island. It's good. I'm going to tell you what it's about. Very good. I loved it. In fact, Neil Diamond's played on that. But the one I just watched now, 8 episodes. Watched it in one day, me and my wife. I loved it. Fall of the House of Usher on Netflix. Amazing. I'll just leave it at that. It's a little crazy in the beginning, but in the end, you're like, what the hell? And it's good. So I'll leave it at that. I love it. Fall of the House of Usher.
I don't watch a lot of TV, so mine is from a while ago, Ozark.
Ozark. Oh.
Okay.
Billions. Someone said eagles to fly.
I
Everyone
also-
wants to be an eagle, a lion.
I also don't watch a lot, but I did catch a foreign one recently. I believe it's French, and it's called Lupin.
Lupin.
Oh my God, it's amazing. You got to watch it. It's about like this crazy thief. He's like a crazy 007 type of guy. Just watch it. It's great.
Yeah, watch that. Yeah. DJ Brian, what did you watch? He just started watching Full House Houser. You're going to love it. It's crazy. Family's crazy. I mean, but if you look at it, it's everything to do with Edgar Allan Poe, his books. But in modern day, it's really good. Really good. It's really good. All right, question number 8. Give me a person or a group that you listen to the music from the 70s or 80s. Give me anyone. So me and DJ Brian this week, I put up my, advertise a show. I put up the Bee Gees. Saving it all on the nights on Broadway. No, so I'll say Bee Gees from the 70s, 80s. I put that down. I like Who else? Billy Joel. 78. So, oh,
Sorry.
yeah, I got your voice.
I mean, that's a little bit before my time. I'm born in '87,
All
so
right.
I was like a little baby. But
Okay, 90s. Who's it? Who? Give me
90
somebody.
No, I can give you a song.
Eagles. Michael Jackson. Someone put down. Jane put back. Wham.
You know the song Mary Jane?
Yeah.
I love that song. Do you love me, Mary Jane? That's from the '80s,
That's
and I love
just
that song.
all right. DJ Brian knows that song. Him?
I am Michael Jackson or Prince, anything.
That's you're gonna be teamed
Anything.
up with Jane Marks.
Yes,
John
Jane.
Quan.
That's right.
Wham. My favorite was Careless Whisper. Oh my God, I love that song. DJ
Great song.
DJ Brian, who do you got? What band? Freestyle music. Freestyle. I love freestyle. All right, question number 9. Tell me your funniest or scariest incident running into an animal. I'll keep it real quick because we got time. 8 minutes. I do virtual vacation. I'm gonna keep it real quick. I went to throw garbage out years ago. I had a house up in Jersey. I went 2 feet away from the big garbage pail, and I saw garbage on the floor, and a black bear was looking at me. I threw the garbage at him and ran. I should have did that, but he wasn't interested in me. He was eating something. So we're going to skip this because I got one more question. 10, finish the sentence. You're going to answer this one. It's never too late to blank. It's never too late to learn something. That's my answer.
It's never too late to go for your dreams.
It's never too late to start again.
I like that one. I think I had thought about that. DJ Brian, which one? All right, virtual vacation. Here we go. You leave your passport home. You come with Keeping It Real, Steve Michaels private jet. We're going to go around. Put Johnny Williams' Alarms up there, please. Hit it. Louder. Who is Johnny? Johnny's my brother, my friend, my co-worker, my co-host. He passed away 2 years ago to cancer. We never forget about Johnny. He was a man that fought to the bitter end, an angel for everybody. So we always remember that all my shows and all my live events, Johnny's there. All right, we're going to Jamaica. Give me a place in Jamaica. Kingston. Kingston? Is that the city? I'm going to be dangerous down there. I want to be in a resort. There's a resort in Kingston? All right, I'm going to go to Kingston. Courtney Adams. Mike Telfer, you better be bodyguarding me over there. All right, going to go to Jamaica. Kingston. I did go to Kingston when I was on a tour bus to go shopping and got back right on. But all right. We go to Kingston. I make my famous rum punch. Johnny Williams' Alarms rum punch. Make the best rum punch out there. We got a rum punch, and we go shopping in Kingston, and this song is playing. Hit it. We get back on the private jet, keeping it real, Steve Michael. We're going to Dominican Republic. We're going to go to, where do you want to go to Dominican Republic? You been to Dominican Republic? Punta Cana. That's the big resort area. Punta Cana. We go to Punta Cana. And again, we walk into the hotel right away. It's about 95 degrees. We go to the pool. We swim up to the swim bar. We get sun. And this song, Romeo Santos, probably the number one guy from, I do love a lot of singers from the Dominican Republic, but this song is one of my favorite all-time songs. Hit it. La Diabla. Devil. The devil. Bachata. I love this song, Bachata. Right? That's what it means. Yeah, but that's what it means. The devil. I heard La Diabla. She loves it, but she played games with him, I guess. All right. Trinidad. We're going to go to Trinidad on a private jet. It's carnival time, red, black, and white. We're on a carnival. We're on a thing, the parade route in Trinidad. It's different in Brooklyn. It's all night in Trinidad, and they have beautiful stuff there, and so is Brooklyn. But it's the island where it's from, Trinidad. And Nia George is singing this song. Hit it. This always shows you go all over with it. You feel like you're on vacation. You feel like you're in Trinidad with this song? All right, stop. Whoa. Who's from Puerto Rico again?
Both of us.
Oh. Now, here's what happened. They fact-checked me on the show. And if the artist ain't from that place, they call out DJ Brian. He's supposed to fact-check me too. So I might be in trouble with this. We're going to go to Puerto Rico. Where in Puerto Rico should we go?
If you're going to party, you could go to La Placita.
Where's that?
It's in San Juan.
Oh,
But it's
that's
like
what
a party area.
I heard Aguadilla is
the
nice,
area,
right?
yeah.
That's La Placita?
Aguadilla.
Aguadilla. I heard that's nice.
Yeah.
San Juan, even though they built up old San Juan with the cruise ship, I am not a big fan of
No,
San
it
Juan.
is. They have beautiful places to go dance there where you
Yeah.
feel like you're in a time warp, like
New San Juan or old San Juan?
old San Juan.
Oh, really? They
Yeah.
fixed it up, old San Juan.
Yeah,
I went
it's
down there.
beautiful
Oh, my
places
God.
to go.
The cop came up to me and said, what are you doing here? It's getting dark. He had to escort me to a taxi cab. That was going back a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Going La Placita. I hope he's from Puerto Rico. Faruco? Is it Faruco or Dominican Republic?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do know the song.
Let me hear.
Hit it. Fact check me. And if you're wrong, DJ Brian, you walked the flag. I didn't know we had two people from Puerto Rico. We're screwed. Ah. Oh, DJ Brian, you won. You got it right. All right. Woo! I'm going to Colombia, even though this song ain't from Colombia. But I'm going to go to Colombia. All right? I'm going to play another song for Dominican Republic. But I'm going to play. I love this song. I'm going to Colombia. Don't fact check me. I'm going to go to, where are we going to go? Cartagena? Cartagena. We're going to go there. Nice beach. Hit it. I love this song. I know he ain't from Colombia, but I'm going to get beat up at work. I got a lot of Colombian people at work. But I'm going to say Dominican Republic, I believe. Rudy Perez. I love that. All right. Last stop. New York, home of freestyle. You can't get any better than that. We're going back to New York. Are you ready? Coro, hit it. All right, DJ Brian, stop. I got 3 minutes to go back to each one. So this, we got 3 minutes. What would you like to tell everybody? Surviving the worst days of your life, to be where you are, be a role model, an advocate to help people to know it's okay to get that it's okay. It's a life, it's a lesson learned. It's not a life sentence. Going through what we go through.
I would just tell them, like, it's similar to what Lucy said earlier. She said your mess becomes your magic. It's funny because I have a similar saying. It's
true.
Your struggle becomes your strength. Right?
Amen.
So just let your struggle become your strength. Obviously, it's easier said than done. We all go through dark times, but there's always a light at the end. You just have to keep pushing forward. In Spanish, Puerto Ricans, we say pa'lante. And pa'lante means like up and forward.
So, Bella, you on Facebook? You got to find me, Steve Moriel, and then this way I can put out how to get in touch with you guys, or Dorothy. But you should be watching, you should be following my show anyway. Lucy, what's your final words? Lucy, I'm home.
I've been getting that my whole life.
I know.
And my dad's name is Ricardo.
Somewhere along the
It gets
line.
better,
Now you know
guys.
why you're Lucy.
It gets better.
That's why. Now I know.
I think for me, just reiterating what we've been saying, right? Her saying, my saying, your mess becomes your magic. And never forget that there is always joy to be found.
Yes.
Even when you think it's lost,
In the
right?
darkest.
There's always something to be grateful for. To even wake up and be able to breathe. You have all your limbs.
One last
right?
question. Your
Yes.
book.
Yes.
That's your notes, or that's where you journal?
That's my notes for today. But I journal.
Yeah.
I'm a
I write notes, but I
I'm
don't
a
even read them.
poet
I don't
as
got time
well.
to read them.
Yeah.
But it's almost like you're afraid, and in the end, you probably forgot something to say, but people love, you always come back. The show,
Yeah,
Dorothy, you gotta come
sure.
back, she'll bring it back.
Sure.
We have a live event. Oh, yeah, we're doing a new, I gotta tell you about it right now. We're gonna, I don't need that, I got my microphone. We're gonna do a New Year's Eve party, not New Year's Eve because I'm working, January 6th, Paradise Studios. We're having our own party here, live singers. Live show is Keeping It Real. Steve Michael meets Disturbed and Confused. Michelle Astor. We're going to be emceeing it with me and her. We're going to have live guests, live music, 50 people. Come down, have a good time. I'm celebrating New Year's Eve. A week later, I'll be freezing in New York working. But so you know we're out there. Also, I'm going to give you a date once I talk to Project Thank-Up, but it's going to be in the beginning of April, we believe. There's going to be Project Thank-Up, a night of inspiration, and we do a big La Novella. 200 people show up. So that's it. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Both of you, Dorothy, I'm sorry you weren't here. Hopefully you watch it and share it on your page. We talked about your nonprofit, Our Justice, which is beautiful. I love that. And to leave off on what I'm going to say last thing before Never Give Up comes on, the one thing I have to say is, as both my guests say, life is not always easy. Sometimes you want to know why when we're going through the mess. Why so much? But in the end, you realize why God chose us. Because in the end, we become stronger to help other people and not to go back. It's always a lesson to be learned, sometimes unfair, but in the end, we become an advocate for other people. And the two ladies right here, and Dorothy, advocate for domestic violence. Every month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and every month is Suicide Awareness Month on my show. All right, hit it. Never give up. I wrote the song. That's Mackie. He's one of my singers. I saw it, Never Give Up. He sings Billy Joel, Elton John. Nakia sings the opening song. She sings Whitney Houston and other singers. Unbelievable. I got Sally Batista. She's La Hara Band, Police Department. She sings Spanish and unbelievable her own stuff. And I got Michelle Jameson. She's a guitarist. Sings every Stevie Nicks. She sings Adele. She sings everything. And when I do live events, I bring them. They might be here January 6th. So that's what I do. We have a good time. I give back. Everybody comes, have a good time. Good night, everybody. Till we meet again. Like it, share it, love it. The show is the best thing going around. And Survivor's up here. Our survivors, right here. And Dorothy. And the survivor, too. I survived what they said to kill me a long time ago. The devil didn't win. I'm still here to help everybody else. And you're still here to help everybody else. Good night. God bless you till we meet again next week.